Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award winning Fearless Tarot and the newly released Tarot in Love, Consulting the Cards in Matters of the Heart, which is available wherever books are sold and is really great for relationship readings as a resource. And if you like my books, please do consider writing a kind review because it really does help the books get out there more. It is time for this week's Oracle Reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of three different animals and I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal's calling to you because that animal has your message. And the three animals were the chameleon, the honeybee, and the octopus. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal's calling to you because that animal has your message. The first animal is the chameleon, and the card says, stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. And chameleon could be telling you sometimes the best action to take is no action. It's sometimes important to step back, to watch, to observe, to blend in. And so I feel like with chameleon, this isn't going to be a time where you really want to assert your point of view and really just make everybody listen to you. You might want to listen more. Might want to pay attention to what other people are saying around you, because that will really give you the information that you're needing before you take action. So I almost get a feeling for chameleon this next week. It's like look before you leap, listen before you speak. This is going to be so important. First card for chameleon is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we get the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands in the tarot for me is a card of resiliency. It might indicate that you've suffered some blows by life recently, or there's some challenges that have been going on. And even though you've endured these challenges, you're still standing. You're getting right back up, dusting yourself off, and getting back in the ring. The Nine of Wands is also a card of boundaries, especially with things that you know are harmful to you. So sometimes this card will say it's time to make a decision or a choice to remove yourself from a toxic situation. Or maybe you're needing to put up a boundary with a particularly difficult individual whose energy is kind of toxic or it's bringing you down. It's important at the end of the day to review, how am I feeling? Have I been too open to just everybody? And maybe I need to be a little bit more selective. And also with that chameleon energy with the Nine of Wands, again, it might be a time to retreat behind your boundary, watch and observe, and see if anyone's testing that boundary. And if they are, it may be important to consider your next move before you take action. Next card is going to be advice from your inner wisdom. We actually get the Two of Cups, which is a card of partnership, and it's also a card of love. Sometimes the Two of Cups will indicate that a compromise is needed. And so maybe, again, with that chameleon energy and then also the boundary energy, it's important to assert your own boundaries. It's important to really take care of your own energy, but it's also important for you to compromise when necessary. And the only way we can sometimes find consensus is when we're able to listen. A lot of wisdom comes from listening and not just blindly speaking. And so I feel with Two of Cups, this is going to be a week where you're going to want to compromise and you're also going to want to adjust. You're also going to want to be able to react to whatever is coming your way. Sometimes in chess, it's best to be able to go first because you can see what your opponent is doing, what move they're making, and you can also calculate what the best response is. So I just feel like wait before responding. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting for chameleon. You're going to really serve yourself much better that way. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you if you pick the chameleon is Iris. She's the messenger goddess of Olympus. She's the messenger of the queen of the gods, Hera. And Iris is, as a rainbow deity, a symbol of the rainbow that appears after the storm. There might have been a storm, a challenge, a difficulty, and yet harmony is going to abound if you communicate effectively. And so communicating isn't, again, just what you're sending out there. It's also how you receive, how you listen, how you show another person you actually value them or what they're saying. Iris is also saying that your communication this next week is going to be ultra important. So you want to be very mindful of what you're announcing, what you're saying. And you might also get some good news near the end of the week. It might feel like something has developed in a much better direction, or anything that you've been worried about that has to do with communication could go in your favor. So that is the Chameleon. Next, we're going to go into the Honeybee. And this card says, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. And similarly, Honeybee is an animal archetype that really depends on cooperation to make the whole hive work. Honeybee could be a time when you're just getting a little bit more busy, but you do want to allow yourself to work well with others by being compassionate, by being understanding. Also, honeybee is the animal archetype that gets busy to make the honey. So there could be a sense that you're really working hard toward something that's going to deliver some sweet success for you down the road. First card for Honeybee is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a card of good luck, but also unpredictability. So I feel like for Honeybee, this might be a time when you're really busy with something, and there's these things that just keep coming out of left field. They're distractions, they're challenges, they might even divert your original focus. And you're just needing to find your center to get to the hub of the wheel so you can let all this crazy go on around you without getting swept into the storm. So I just feel like, again, just kind of finding that wise center is really going to help you with the different chance circumstances that are going on. The advice from your inner wisdom is actually the Eight of Swords reversed. And when we get the Eight of Swords reversed, it's almost as if you're wriggling out of a mental trap, something that felt like it was out of your control or was really challenging you. It's like you're turning that energy around. Also, the Eight of Swords reverse can indicate a stepping away from victimhood. Instead of shaking your fist at the universe and saying, why? This isn't fair. I should have this. The Eight of Swords reversed is more like, okay, this happened. It isn't fair, but how am I going to respond to it? It's almost telling you to pivot and to take power back. And then we got the mythic archetype that's going to help you, and you have Achilles. He is the brave hero who reminds us that in our life, we just have a finite amount of time. And we want to pick our battles. We also want to pick where we put our energy and not fight the things that are a waste of energy. It's important that you're prioritizing right now what's important and that you're also staying in your center and not fighting every battle that comes your way. And then finally, we have the octopus spirit. And this card says practice shape shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. And much like the chameleon, the octopus is also a master at the art of camouflage. This might be a time as well where you're projecting different qualities that you're trying to assert or to develop in yourself by observing others and also just recognizing where that power can really flow. First card for Octopus is where it's best to place your focus, and we got the Angel of Temperance, the Angel of Healing. This is an important week for you to really pay attention to what has been running on empty, what feels deficient in your life, and it's time to replenish that. It's also time to bring towards you those qualities that do make you feel balanced again or feel like you're strong once again. Advice from your inner wisdom is another major arcana card in the Hermit. And the Hermit and the Temperance card, they're both cards of slowing down, introspection, checking within. The Hermit is telling you that this is going to be a time of profound wisdom for you, but it's also a time where you need to be more self aware. What is your body language saying? How are you projecting your energy out in public? Maybe that octopus is telling you that it's time to change how that energy is flowing, what you're sending out there. It might also be a time when you're outwitting the obstacle in front of you. The octopus is a strategist. And so this could be a time when you're really thinking smarter, not working harder. And then finally, we got the mythic archetype that's going to help you. And we have Eros. He's the god of passion. Eros could be saying that the thing that's been deficient in you is passion. Where is your passion? Where's your love for what you're doing? It might be time to find your joy, your excitement, the thrill of what initially attracted you to the situation or even the person that's with you. Eros is telling you to set your passion free once more. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can always check me out at elliotoracle.com and schedule a one-on-one tarot session with me there. Also, I have some exciting projects that are all in development, and I'll be announcing more in time. But I hope in the meantime, you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you again next time. So do take care.